everybody. I have proof here that Putin is not fighting a war to kill all Nazis. And Putin is as close to a Nazi as you can get. My game, Punch Hitler. A game designed around you punching Hitler. There we go. Has now been banned in Russia, and I've been issued a warning that Google doesn't like the idea of inciting violence against a specific person. And Google doesn't like me showing Nazi imagery in Russia. See right here. And my kitty's meowing. Right here. My app is no longer available to Google Play users in the following countries. Russia. The reason why? Because I'm inciting violence against Hitler. They don't like my description, a stress-relieving game where you see Hitler and you punch him. Russians don't like that. Full description. Title. Punch Hitler. Screenshot. Showing Hitler's evil face. And me punching him. Punching him over and over and over and over. And a fist to punch him with. They don't like me having the title Punch Hitler. It violates the hate speech policy because it promotes violence and incites hatred against individuals or groups based on race, ethnic, religion, disability, nationality, veteran status, sexual orientation, gender identity. None of those. None of these qualify. None of these qualify. Nationality, well, I guess Nazis were a nationality. Or any other characteristic that is associated with systemic discrimination or marginalization. Well, I'm encouraging people to punch Nazis. One of them being the worst Nazi. Well, almost the worst than that. You know what? There were actually a couple Nazis that were worse than Hitler, who actually killed more people than Hitler and used Hitler to kill more people. But then again, Hitler approved of it, so maybe that makes Hitler worse than them. Maybe we're talking about the worst of the worst, right? Worst of the worst. Like, was the guy who created the idea of gas chambers worse than Hitler, or was Hitler worse than him because he approved it? But they're both the worst friggin' people, and we're talking about who is worst of the worst here. And that's not in defense of Hitler. Contrary, it's condemnation of Hitler and condemnation of those who followed and supported and egged him on. Because this game is built around punching Hitler, right? Look at this. So it says, I can appeal or change my game so I don't punch Hitler. Russia is currently fighting a war in the Ukraine, claiming that it's about killing the Nazis because Nazis are forming in the Ukraine. But Russia, while fighting this war, doesn't want me to have an app where I punch Hitler. I think what it really is that Russia is sending people through Google and flagging people, flagging developers who are selling or showing any sort of games in Russia. Yeah, I really don't care. Where's this? Yeah, so either Google supports Hitler. And look at this. I think that's. See, look at this. He's got his face all bruised up because you just started punching him. Look at bloody eyes because you started punching him. Black eyes. I'm going to punch Hitler as much as I possibly can. I'm not going to fix the game. This is a game. One of the worst, because technically there were a couple of dictators who were far worse than Hitler, believe it or not, who murdered far more people and who tortured people in equivalent or worse ways. So, I'm telling you right now, if you guys want to support me while I'm being limited in Russia, actually, you know what? I don't know if I mentioned in this attempt of recording, I don't actually get ad revenue from Vungle. Vungle has been refusing to properly count the number of successful commercial plays in my game. So when you watch an ad in order to get punch power to punch Hitler even more with better punches than before, rhyming not intended, I'm not going to get a dime of that ad play. I'm trying to figure out another ad server to go through. I'm not sure if Google will allow me to show ads on a video game where I punch Hitler, since Google is trying to tell me I'm not allowed to make a video game that punches Hitler, at least in Russia. So hopefully Google doesn't support Hitler. I mean, I'm pretty sure Hitler is fair game. And if people start saying, no, you offend somebody by punching Hitler, they can go fuck themselves. Because this is the problem with hate speech laws. Hate speech laws have never worked in the history of humankind. Hate speech laws, which are supposed to target people saying, Hitler is a great, great man, actually wind up doing this, targeting people like me who want to punch Hitler. Yeah. And others, like Chairman Mao and Stalin, and King Ferdinand IV, right? A-holes like that. But no, you can't, because the hate speech laws doesn't allow us to say the Nazi word, so you're not allowed to say it too. That's what hate speech laws do. This is what hate speech laws do. I'm not a big, huge publisher, otherwise they wouldn't dare do this to me. I'm a small publisher, and hate speech laws always marginalize those without power, whether or not they are speaking for hate speech or against hate speech. This is why hate speech laws don't work. I'm actually surprised that it took a year and 3 months to get this kind of warning. Yeah, submit appeal. I'm not going to tolerate this, and neither should any of you.